Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and with Halloween just around the corner, it's as good a time as any to play some creepy classics. So today we're hopping into Silent Hill 2, a very, very creepy game by Konami. The title screen here doesn't even have any music, guys. It's just dead silence. So we'll go ahead and hop into this game without further ado. There isn't much to look at, so no need for me to just sit here and blather on the title screen. If you're just joining us, I'm on a quest to play through the book 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. I'm going to turn the action level down a little bit so we actually have a chance here, and I'll leave riddles at normal, because why not? And Silent Hill 2 here is one of those games. Now, Silent Hill is one of my favorite horror series, although ironically I haven't really played them all that much. I've just played them like a little bit, but I really, really love what I've seen, this sort of creepy, dark atmosphere. I mean, Silent Hill is essentially a psychological horror game. I think the sequel here is even more of a psychological horror game than the first game. And I love psychological horror. I love just sort of the creepiness, creepy atmosphere and mood, and hearing sounds in dark, distant corners, and not knowing what's out there, and letting your imagination terrify you. That's what really scares me. Seeing like big CGI monsters that get into fights with action heroes is not particularly scary at all to me. But anyway, you play as James Sutherland here, and you have received a letter from your wife telling you to come to Silent Hill. So I guess we are now in Silent Hill. The only trick is your wife has been dead for 3 years, and it looks like nobody has cleaned this bathroom in about the same amount of time. Wow, the controls are a little wonky. I did read that this game did not have great controls. Like, this is considered a great game, but the controls are not considered that good, and yeah, they're kind of weird. You have to use the analog stick to turn left and right, and then press forward to walk forward and back to walk backwards. It's just a little, it feels a little dated. I feel like modern 3D games use more of like a control scheme that was pioneered for Mario 64, which had a great control scheme where wherever you move the analog stick is the direction your character goes to. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. So James Sutherland here is searching for his wife in Silent Hill. And as we know from the first game, Silent Hill is a really, really creepy place. The interesting thing about Silent Hill is it's kind of like a possessed town. So Silent Hill is the name of a town. And every character who enters it experiences a different town. Like, the town manifests itself differently for different characters. So for this character, James, he had nothing to do with the first Silent Hill. So this is it's a sequel game, but it's not a follow-up to the original story. And the town takes on a far more personal manifestation for James. So a lot of the monsters and stuff he fights are embodiments of personal demons and stuff. And I think that's actually kind of a cool idea. It reminds me of that game, The Cave, which was a much more lighthearted game, kind of a LucasArts style Maniac Mansion hybrid game. But there was sort of like a sentient cave that was luring people in and sort of exposing them to their darkest nightmares or their worst personality traits, which is kind of a cool concept in and of itself. I'm kind of just sort of breezing over the story here. I mean, if you guys are reading this, good for you. You're sort of keeping pace with what's happening. I mean, essentially, there's just this guy in a creepy town looking for his wife. And you don't need to know too much more than that. The creepiness is going to come from the gameplay. Now, this game focuses more on riddles and puzzles than the first game did, and there's a lot less emphasis on combat. So I'm down with that. I'm down with trying some riddles. Man, imagine that you did get like a letter. You know what, actually a letter isn't even super creepy. If you got a letter from a relative who's been dead for a while, that could easily have been forged. But imagine you got like a phone call or something, or a text message. I mean, that could be forged too. If you can forge a letter, you can forge a text message. Okay, let's say a phone call. Something that definitively might have come from somebody who's dead. That would be creepy. I mean, I guess you would assume that they're not dead, that there was some kind of error. But if you like legitimately knew that they were dead, that could be terrifying. All right, we got a map of Silent Hill. I'm going into this playthrough, by the way, totally blind. It's been years since I have ever held a controller playing a Silent Hill game, so I'm not even sure how to bring up my inventory. So bear with me while I explore some buttons here. Alright, so this is the town that we're going to be exploring, Silent Hill. Looks like there's even the Lakeside Amusement Park. Oh god, haunted amusement parks. Alright, I think we have to go down this this sort of foresty path so that we can get to Pleasant River and onto Nathan Avenue. So I'm down if you guys are. If I was gonna go try and find my my presumably dead wife, I think I would also have brought a weapon, but I'm pretty sure this guy is totally unarmed. Let's just check this van while we can. It's nice to see another van, another car here, because it means that maybe it's not totally abandoned. Maybe there are other humans here. Van seems to be locked. Is there anything over here? Toluca Lake. Nope. My guy also did not lock his car. I feel like that's just bad planning. Like, let's assume your wife is alive. Your car's just going to get jacked by the time you get back here. Or even if it's not stolen by humans, like a raccoon will have taken up residence or something. It's just not practical. Like, at least close the door, even if you're not going to lock your car. But he had no interest in doing that. Already I'm sort of battling with the controls, which is a little unfortunate. But I don't think it's going to be insurmountable. It'll just take me a while to get used to, and I may not be as efficient as I would like to as I walk through this, like, terrifyingly misted forest. Oh, God. You know, there is nothing creepier in real life than kind of, like, walking around, like, an abandoned, foggy area. Oh, God, the controls, too. I can't see where I'm going because it's looking backwards, the camera. So it's very tricky. But if this was real life and I was totally alone, completely unarmed, it was sort of nighttime in the forest in fog, I would legitimately be scared. It's weird, like, I mentally know that there's no such thing as, like, monsters and ghosts and goblins that are gonna get you and stuff. But nonetheless, it's like, it would be pretty terrifying to, like, be in this situation. I do love, too, how, like, the graphics here are all, like, kind of, like, grainy and creepy. Like, this guy's bold, and he's just running. He could run right off a cliff. I mean, practically speaking, when there's this much fog, you could legitimately just sort of run into something if you don't take your time. Let's see if there's any lost children down this well. No, there is something. Looks like, looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. It gives me weird feeling. Okay. Oh, this is where we save the game? Alright. Fair enough. I guess if my life were just randomly saved into, like, the metaverse, it might also give me a weird feeling. I can sympathize with that guy. Interesting thing about the fog, and so Silent Hill is known for its fog. That's sort of one of its defining characteristics. Can we go this way, by the way? Yes, we can. Oh god, I'm, like, already lost. Wait, is this going backwards? Yes, that is. Okay, we want to turn around. Good thing we have that map, or we would be getting lost almost instantly in this game. But one of the defining features of Silent Hill is its fog. The first game had this too, where it was like just a very foggy game. And even the movie that they made incorporated the fog. I mean, the fog ends up being really creepy. Later on, we'll see monsters and stuff in the fog, and it's actually quite terrifying. Oh god, we're in a graveyard. Not a good sign. Hopefully we do not find our wife. By the way, the music in this game, you might not be able to hear it too well over my talking, but Silent Hill's always had creepy as hell music. Creepy as hell. But the fog in Silent Hill was actually designed in the first game as literally a hardware limitation. They wanted to create a 3D game that, this is not my wife, by the way, but this is a woman who looks like my wife, and this is the beginning, I think, of the town manifesting my inner demons, which is creepy. If you ever met someone who looked like one of your dead relatives whom you were currently looking for, that would be kind of creepy. But anyway, for the first Silent Hill, they were creating a fully 3D rendered background and characters, unlike games that come before, like Resident Evil, that use static backgrounds, so the game console didn't have to render as much.
Yes.
And as a result of being one of the first, the system just wasn't powerful enough to render a draw distance very far. So the developers basically said, well, let's just create fog. Let's pretend the town is covered in fog, and that's why you can't see very far. But really, it was a hardware limitation. But, like, that has become one of the defining creepy features of Silent Hill. It always interests me how in video games and movies, sometimes there are choices that are made in like old movies or old video games that are like just practical limitations, and those end up producing super creative and inventive solutions that might not have been used otherwise. Like if the first Silent Hill, they hadn't had the draw distance issue, maybe they would have just drawn the whole town, they wouldn't have had fog, and it would have been far less creepy. So
Who is it?
yeah, limitations. You know, they say that what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. No, that's not the saying. Something like that to do with basically hard times breed creative solutions.
It's been so long since
So I haven't been paying attention. Do you guys know what this woman wants? She's looking for someone. I don't know if she's real or not. She's just skulking around a weird, creepy graveyard. Maybe she's the one who drives that like white van that we saw coming in here. The big, the kidnapper van.
Yeah, you too.
Maybe it's her. All right, well, good luck with all that. I'm gonna walk away from you like this because I don't trust you. I don't want you to stab me in the back as soon as I turn around, woman. God, and off into the fog she goes. This is creepy. There used to be a graveyard around a house that I lived at, where I'd go jogging at night actually, and during the day the graveyard was actually very nice to walk through. It was like very, it was like peaceful. It was like a park almost. I mean, there was lots of places where people had been buried, but it wasn't like a terrifying place or anything. But at night when I went jogging, I would never cut through the graveyard, just because, I don't know, it's kind of creepy. It's weird. Like, I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that, but still the concept of them kind of freaks me out a little bit. I think that's why I like psychological horror. Oh god, what is this? Anyone? Hello? I think that's why I like psychological horror more than anything else. Because, like, again, I don't believe in monsters or anything. So, like, you show me some, like, CGI rendered ghost and it has rules that it can be captured this way and destroyed this way and blah, blah, blah. It's blah, whatever. It's just a monster. It could be in a good movie. I mean, lots of my favorite movies have, like, monsters and stuff the heroes have to fight, but it's not scary. But what really creeps me out would be like if you were sitting in your house alone and you heard a child laugh in the basement, you know, just very faintly. Or like you looked down a long hallway into a dark room and you saw the shadow of someone just standing in the doorway staring at you and you couldn't make out who it was. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, like, creeps me out, man. Like, makes my skin crawl. Because that would be terrifying. Because it's, you know what scares me more than anything else is mystery. Not knowing what that thing is or what it wants or what that was, that's scary. But you look at a lot of horror movies, the horror movies that have those kinds of scenes are scary usually right up until the point where they start to explain the monster or the ghost or the villain and tell you what it actually wants. Once you start to understand, oh man, the camera angles in this are actually pretty great. Once you start to understand what the ghost or the monster wants, it usually loses its sort of creepiness factor. All right. This town, I gotta say, this town, man, it's creepy as hell. Where are we? We're in, like, train yards? Ugh. You know what's funny is, like what gameplay have we had so far? We've been playing this game for, 10 minutes? We've seen a couple cutscenes, and we've walked. This is kind of like the video game equivalent of Blade Runner. If you guys ever watched Blade Runner, it doesn't matter which one, the old one or the new one, they're both very, very slow movies, and the plot is actually quite sparse. A lot of the movie, you're just sitting back and looking at stuff. And that's kind of what this game actually feels like. It's a lot of sitting back and just taking in super creepy atmosphere. And, like, honestly, I'm not super terrified at the moment, but my heart's going a little bit. A little bit. It's a little creepy, all this just weird, ghostly scenery. It's interesting to play a game like this. It's, again, different from what you would normally play. You know, most games would have more action or whatever. But you know, people love them some Silent Hill. People love them some psychological horror. That's what I've decided. Okay, are we finally in the town now? Hold on, let's check our handy map. I like how our map is like a piece of paper map, but it also seems to have GPS built into it. Okay, so we are at the flower shop. Let's just go and see if we can get some nice posies. I feel like getting some flowers would be a nice thing to do here. there is an entrance. Yes, there is, right over here. The Flowers celebrating 70 years of business. Seems to be boarded up, abandoned. Perhaps the owners were murdered. It seems like that might be so. Oh, can we get in the back door? No, there's a car here. Man, I think that's the creepier part of Silent Hills. Like, there's no people. Like, everyone's gone. But it's not like the town's completely abandoned, because, like, cars and stuff are still here. So, like, it almost implies that people died here. Or they might still be here, which is terrifying. Okay, we're just gonna go this way. Oh, man. The first enemy we encounter is going to freak me out. I'm warning you guys right now. You know what's funny is, like, this game doesn't have great controls. Oh, God. That's a little creepy. It's a little creepy because I'm unarmed right now. I was just going to say, this game, let's just try and follow this thing really slowly. This game has poor controls. Not like terrible, but it's a little wonky. That almost makes it scarier because if a monster did show up, I don't know if I could react quickly or coherently enough to actually escape it. It kind of reminds me of Amnesia in that sense. The game Amnesia, The Dark Descent. That game is actually terrifying. That game has good controls, except that you never in the entire game get a weapon. You're literally defenseless. Another great concept for a game. You know, like, take horror to a whole new level. Forget about Resident Evil and Silent Hill where you can actually fight the monsters. Why don't you put your player in a character who literally is completely defenseless? And damn, if that game, that might be my favorite horror game of all time. That might be the scariest game I think I've ever played. I legit screamed a couple times when I was playing that, and I don't normally do that. I think, by the way, actually, since we're on the topic of really good scary games, I think honestly, like Doom 3, I would consider a very scary game as well. That game's the total opposite of Amnesia. Like, you do have weapons and you can kill all the monsters, but that game, Doom 3, had monsters sort of popping out of nowhere behind you all the time. We're going to go ahead and save our game just in case I die, because it has been known to happen. I have been known to... no, we don't need to save again. I have been known to accidentally get killed. What are these, by the way? Are these things? I'm having a real hard time detecting, like, items or doorways I can go in or anything. I'm just presuming that I'm not missing stuff along the way, but it's likely I could be, so... just bear with me, guys. This is my first time ever playing Silent Hill. And yeah, so Doom 3, Amnesia, all creepy games. I mean, Silent Hill, also creepy. So, I mean, it's that time of year to be playing creepy games. Halloween's right around the corner, guys! And so I'm pretty sure in my previous video I was playing, oh god, I was playing Doom 2. And I got a couple more coming up, so I'm getting confused because I don't necessarily record all these episodes in order. But I know I've got a couple of horror games coming up because Halloween's right around the corner, and just wanted to sort of take advantage of the season. Man, when you see like a weird, shambling, armless monster run through fog, I don't know if you should like go this to these lengths to follow it, because he's like climbing into like an abandoned, chained up sewer system. Like, oh god, oh god, there it is. Oh my god, and we don't even have a weapon either. Okay, we got to make a quick exit here, guys. Turn from whence we came and flee. Okay, flee. Any moment you want to flee, buddy. That is not your wife. I am 75% certain that is not your wife. Oh, he's got a stick. All right, here's where we desperately try to figure out the attack command. Oh god. Okay, X is how we attack. Come and get some. You want some? Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, he spit on me. Okay, I don't know how to like actually make him attack here. There we go.
Is it dead?
I just beat something to death and I didn't even know what it was. Maybe it was somebody who needed help. You never know. It's not human. Okay, that was... I think I was expecting the first combat to be a little scarier, but Okay, I guess X attacks, but it won't let me attack right now. I guess square hunches down. Is this like a defensive posture? I don't know, and circle does nothing. Alright, well, that was okay, I guess. What's going on in this town? My sentiments exactly, buddy. Okay. Now we exit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just remembered that he had a cell phone? Or something? Worst voice message ever. Come on, man. If you're gonna leave me voicemail, at least get to somewhere with better reception. Okay, checking our inventory real quick. We have a wooden plank with nails on one end. Not very powerful, but easy to use. Ah, yes. The difficulty factor in using wooden plank is on the low end. Even I could use a wooden plank. A radio. I guess that's what it is. It's not a cell phone, but a radio. Emits static when monsters are nearby. That's creepy and cool. We have a photo from when my wife was still healthy, aka not dead. And the letter in her... Okay, I guess if you were going to write a letter and definitely could recognize your wife's handwriting, then that would be pretty definitive. I was saying earlier it'd be creepier to get a phone call, but if the handwriting matched, that'd be pretty creepy. I don't even know if I could, like, recognize the handwriting of, like, people that, you know, I'm close to these days. Oh, God, I have, like, bloody footprints now. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I could recognize handwriting of, like, my own loved ones, because, like, man, how many people do you know who, like, write you handwritten letters these days? It's all I could recognize if someone was sort of spoofing their emoticons and texting, because certain people send you eggplants, certain people send you smiley faces or cutesy faces or whatever, you know, like, people have their own emoticon style. But handwriting? Yeah, I'd just be... I wouldn't have any... I don't even know if I could recognize my own handwriting, to be honest. I don't do enough of it. I'm a mystery to even myself, guys. Alright. So going back just a minute when we were talking about, like, amnesia, I think, by the way, one other thing that made amnesia feel super scary is that because you had no ability to defend yourself, it literally felt like you were kind of in, like, a horror dream where you were just being chased and you were totally defenseless. And I've always found that, like, super fascinating. I actually haven't, like, when you have a nightmare sometimes and you have that sensation of being chased and you don't know, you know, you don't know how to get away, and this thing, like, whatever it is, like, won't stop following you, and there's nothing you can do. Like, that's a super terrifying feeling. I haven't actually had a nightmare in years and years, so I can only sort of vaguely remember that feeling, but it is terrifying. Okay, I guess we're at an impasse here. And I feel like amnesia, what made it scary is it totally captured that feeling. This game captures the feeling of, like, being lost very well. Of, like, not knowing... Is that a tombstone? What is that? Oh, God, are you guys hearing the static? It's getting louder and louder. I just noticed that. Does this mean that there's a monster around here? No, it's getting quieter. I want to go kill a monster. So let's follow the static. Over here, no. It was back over here. Interesting. It's like my PKE meter. Oh, there he is! Holy crap, that actually spooked me. Oh, God. Alright. You want some? Okay, you kind of have to hold the X button. Now let's, like... Oh, he's dead. I'm just gonna, like, squish his head with my foot. There's still more. I can, like, hear the static. Oh, God, there he is. Man, they really come out of nowhere. It's pretty cool, actually. Get him, too. I don't even know what these things are. Do they have an official name in Silent Hill? They must be, like, the Forsaken or something like that. Like, they must have an actual name. Can we go in any of these doors, by the way? One thing that I guess I'm not sure about in Silent Hill here is, like, how do you know where to go next? And these camera angles are terrible. The trees are, like, right in the way of the doors. So I'm presuming that we're not supposed to go that way. Okay, so we need to get over this gap. Let's check our handy map. See what our map says. Oh, there seems to be something right there. There's like a red dot. So let's check that out. Oh, and there's also, whoa, there's tons of spots to go over here that we haven't explored. All right. Plenty of places to go. Let's just go straight for a second, see what that red dot is, though. It's like right over here? Can't tell if I got to the right spot. Yeah. Right over here. Oh, is the red dot the save point? That would make total sense. I literally can't follow this map. No, it's behind me. Okay, hold on. I just want to know what these different icons on the map actually mean. Yes, okay, it's the save point. Got it. Okay, so we don't need to save our game again. So we want to go forward and to the left. Gonzalez Mexican Restaurant, Cafe Texan, Cafe Mist, the Neely Bar, Happy Burger, Big J's. Oh, let's go to Big J's. See what Big J is like. The Pet Center, the Lucky Jade. There's a lot of restaurants. It's like nothing but restaurants. Ooh, the Blue Creek Apartments. Bet that'll be scary. I'm just like, where can we go that will be the creepiest place to go? Because that's where I want to go. All right, we're going forward and to the left, kind of here. Over this way. Past the random monsters I have killed. I think if I were on this mission, I would have brought a cell phone, or I might try and use a payphone and be like, 911. You guys know this town is riddled with monsters? Has anyone even come to this town in a long time? I guess in the movie. So they made a movie of Silent Hill, by the way, and it. Oh God, man, these guys really pop out of nowhere. I love it. I guess in the movie for Silent Hill, they actually took inspiration from a real town in the US that had like a coal fire that has been burning underground for like 60 years or something like that, and the entire town is essentially uninhabitable as a result. And so they use sort of ash to explain the fog of Silent Hill, which is actually pretty cool. I actually enjoyed the Silent Hill movie to a degree. It had a lot of the imagery and creepiness of Silent Hill for at least the first half of the movie, and I really enjoyed that. I think my whole thing was, though, like eventually in the movie they started to explain everything in way too much detail, and all the mystery kind of went away. And oh God, what is this? Ooh, apartment gate key. Yes, I will take that. And once you explain stuff. Oh, what the? Holy crap! What is that? Oh, I can't even see. The camera angle's bad. Oh God, what are you? Where are you? Oh my God, let's just run. I don't want to fight whatever that thing was. Holy crap. Again, I would complain about the camera angles if this were a normal game, but this game is supposed to scare me and make me feel weak and impotent, and guess what? I feel weak and impotent and scared, so I will accept poor camera angles and slightly clunky controls in this game, because it almost adds to the atmosphere in a very weird way. But the Silent Hill movie, it was decent. It wasn't a bad horror movie, I thought, but they did kind of go too far explaining stuff, and I think that took away from the creep factor at the end. I mean, it definitely had a cool twist ending. I won't mention it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone in case they do want to watch it. But the sad part is the movie did not do well enough critically or commercially to ever warrant a sequel. So it's like we're never gonna know what actually happened. Which again, maybe that's creepier. I don't know. But yeah, the Silent Hill movie. I don't know. I'm trying to think like what would be the best video game movie that's ever been, or video game that's ever been translated to a movie. I've definitely brought this up before in my series. Thinking of horror movies, maybe it's Resident Evil. Maybe Resident Evil is pretty solid. The first Resident Evil movie, eventually the sequels got a little ridiculous. But I think the first Resident Evil movie, I think that might be one of the best translations of video games into the movie medium. Oh, here's another one of these guys. Let's approach this one. Let's sneak up on this guy. He's just having a dance party in the middle of the street. Like, what do these things spend their day doing? Wishing they had arms. I guess that's the answer. Put him out of his misery. He can have arms where you're going, buddy. Or maybe he has arms, but they've been, like, sewn together. I don't know. I guess the other thing is they keep spraying me with this crap, and I don't know if like my health is low or what. My controller's starting to vibrate, which makes me think I'm low on health. Is there any way to figure that out? Yeah, my status is blinking red. How do I heal? Equipment. No. Option. I feel like I'm just gonna die at some point. Just sort of randomly. Like, my guy's not doing well. I have no indication other than my vibrating controller that I'm being injured. I wonder if you guys can hear this. You guys hear that? It's kind of like a heartbeat. It's kind of cool, actually. I like when they use sort of force feedback strategically in games. Although, if this just carries on and on and on, and it never ends, maybe this will restore my health. It kind of becomes like that beeping sound in Ninja Turtles for the NES. They're like, beep, 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 when you're low on health. It's like, yes, we get it. We're low on health. Just a minor indicator is fine. Then you don't have to repeat it. If my controller keeps shaking, it's going to be like that. Yep, it's shaking. That's okay, guys. So I guess I'm pretty bad at killing those introductory monsters because I'm really low on health. I like how he saved his game, by the way, in this guy's like random trailer. This person had a trailer in the middle of town. He was the local hobo. It's locked. Oh, great. Where am I? I don't even know where I've traveled to. Hold on, let's see here. We want to go up to the apartment. Silent Hill Savings. Oh, we never checked out Big J's. Okay, let's go back, check out Big J's, then try and go to the apartment. So, turn around. Then I want to go left, then left again. Okay, we got this. I hope Big J's is like an area that has like a lot of health. That would be very suitable for Big J's to heal Gaming J, but no promises, I guess. No promises. So I've mentioned to you guys that psychological horror is my personal favorite genre of horror. What are your personal favorites? Do you guys find psychological horror movies and games creepy, or like are you more into like zombie apocalypse movies or like monster movies? You don't find ghosts particularly scary, something like that? I think this is Big J's, and it is closed. No wait, this is Neely's. Forget about Neely's. I think we have to go one more block north. Yeah, and we'll be at Big J's. Big J's is where the healing is, guys. I know it. Feel it in my bones. We're going to avoid that monster because we're in no condition to be fighting. We're just going to pretend we didn't see him. He'll probably never notice us. They don't seem to have eyes or arms or even very much skin. I think those monsters are probably just people in need of medical attention. All right, here we go. Big J's. Let me in. Let me in. Damn it. Nothing in town is open. You know what? I don't even know what health item I would be looking for. It's like I know so little about this game. Like, what am I looking for? Health packs, turkey legs, pork chops. I don't even know. A glazed ham. I got handgun bullets that just happen to be lying around. I will take it. Is this store closed? It is. Just a couple of random handgun bullets lying around. Because I don't have a gun. Oh god! Holy sh! Oh, that was hilarious. Oh my god. Wow. That was not faked. That actually sort of spooked me out. Oh man, they do have to scare you in this game. What is this? It's like a little, oh my god, it's a spider. Let's squish it. Ugh. If I saw that in my house, that'd be terrifying. You know what happened earlier today? I was sitting down getting ready to record my Silent Hill video here, and I heard a scratching at the window beside me, and it was a little chipmunk. It looked like a rat at first, and it was like on the window trying to get in. No, don't kill me. Oh, I'm like, my controller's going nuts now. I think I'm almost dead. There's a little chipmunk that was trying to get in, and yeah, it was weird. When I got up to like look at the chipmunk, it like ran away, but it kind of scared me for a second there. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmare. Sounds like the place we want to go. It's locked. Or maybe not. Maybe we don't want to go here. Maybe it turns out we'd rather not. I changed my mind. Let's go. We're never one to shy away from a challenge. Man, I really wish that I knew what health... I wish I knew where to find health, actually. Let's just start checking everything. What's it say? Garbage, no use for that. Maybe garbage will heal me. Maybe there's a pork chop in there. You never know! You can't be picky about where you eat your meat, because meat heals you in video games. It's never like a vegetable. It's never like, apples. It's always like a glazed Christmas ham or like a full turkey dinner that just happens to be out and about in the wild in video games. That's what heals you. Okay, none of that is letting me go anywhere. There must be like some game out there, like a vegan video game where like you have to eat vegetables and like products that are low in lactose that like, and that's what heals you. You know, and like enemies are like cheese and stuff like that. There's got to be some kind of game basically where meat is not the thing that heals you. And I know there are some games where it's sort of like, you know, med packs or whatever heals you. But I'm thinking there must be, there we go. There must be games where it's not med packs and it's not meat. Oh God, this is terrifying. We're not making it much farther in this game, guys. I know it. A health drink. Oh God, I got a health drink. We're drinking that instantly. Where is it? 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 Drink. Restores energy by providing nourishment. I will use that. I will take it up. I will take it up. I seem to have healed a little bit. Man, I wish I could go back and turn combat on even easier. I can't even see where I'm going as well. Just like wandering in the dark. Oh God. Where am I? Need to turn the gamma up on my screen. Do you guys ever do that on games where it's like, you know, you turn on the game and they're like, please adjust the darkness until you can like barely see the symbol. I never actually do that. I always kind of like cheat and adjust it so that I can still clearly see the symbol. Because like I hate being in situations like this where you literally can't see what's going on. You're just fumbling around in the dark. Because this is realistic and terrifying, but it's not what I would want to do. Like I don't even know where I am right now. And I hear like scary music and stuff. Where am I? There's got to be a flashlight around here. I'm going back downstairs. Getting like caught on the stairs trying to go down here. This is like exploring a creepy basement where you can't find the light switch to turn it on. Turn on the lights and you're just scared the entire time. Even as an adult, that's creepy to me. I've once or twice had to go into like a house that like no one is living in anymore and like go into a room by myself at night, like an empty bedroom, and like just double check something, basically double check if raccoons had like gotten into the house. And let me tell you, that's actually freaking terrifying, especially because the time I had to do that there were raccoons in the wall, so I heard something scratching in the wall. That definitely scared me. Oh good, a map. Would be more helpful to have a flashlight, a map of the apartment building. Maybe I can like work my way through this apartment by using the map though. Man, I can't believe I can barely see anything. This is crazy. Okay, I've gone ahead and put on my night vision goggles. Wait, reload? I don't even have a gun. I can't reload. Basically, I've turned the brightness way up on my TV. And guess what? It doesn't really make that big of a difference. It makes a bit of a difference. Oh, wait. I think I can see a save point now. I think this is a save point. Right here. Yes, I found a save point. So, yes. There are meta ways to cheat in a video game. It'd be really interesting to one day play a game that, like, called you on that. Like, it was like, you didn't set your darkness settings correctly. Kind of like Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid, and then you delete your save game or something terrible. I always like when games break the fourth wall. It's always, like, super interesting when they sort of find creative ways to do that. Okay, actually, turning the brightness up really did help. I can actually kind of see where I'm going now. It's not super clear, but it's clearer. Okay, hold on. Now we can... Oh, it's too dark to look at the map. So hold on. We're standing here. Let's see where we are. Okay, we want to go to the left, and then there should be a door. Okay. So maybe I just walk down to the end here. Yes! And we get out. Okay, hopefully we have light now. Oh, I am dumb. Oh, come on, just reach through the bars, dude. I totally see keys in there. Totally see keys. So let's check the map again, see where we are. Okay, so we're gonna have to obviously go behind the other way. Can't believe he has a stick with nails, and he's not willing to just stick it through the vents. Oh god, I can like hear sounds and stuff. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna turn the darkness back down. I don't want to play this game cheating. Hold on. God, I can barely see his like neck. This is crazy. I mean, like, this game is, like, insanely hard to play because of this, but, I mean, this is supposed to be part of it, right? Like, part of the atmosphere. Too dark to read the map. Man, I wish I had found a flashlight. I have a feeling you're supposed to. We're just kind of, like, running. I think, I wish there was an indicator if I was walking into a wall. Like, if it would, if he would stop walking and just, like... Locked or broken, and I can't open it. Okay. We're gonna run towards the camera, so I have some sense of where I'm going. We need to get back to light, and oh god. I don't know if am I supposed to have a flashlight at this point, and I don't have a flashlight, and that's why I'm sucking, or is it supposed to be like this, where you're like fumbling around in the dark? I don't know. But okay, so if we go this way, I can like barely see what I'm doing here. I'm just like I'm constantly pressing the button to open the door in the darkness. It's like fumbling around the dark looking for an exit. No. I think I'm in a corner here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, there's no way you're meant to play this part like this. There definitely must be a flashlight that I'm missing. Alright, so much for the apartments. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to be in that part now? I can't help but feel like I'm definitely missing a flashlight. So, okay, hold on. Is there like a hardware store or something like that? That would be my best guess. Savings. We didn't explore all of this stuff. I mean, there's probably just more to explore. Let's go back for a bit, and we'll just sort of see what we can find. I mean, definitely... You know, I had no illusions that I was going to get too far in this game, because I know, like, Silent Hill, like Resident Evil, they're pretty big games. They're, like, big, grand adventure horror games. They do take quite a bit of time to sort of work your way through, so I didn't think that in this sitting we would get particularly far. But I would like to make a little more progress before we sort of wrap up our thoughts on Silent Hill here. I mean, definitely, even though we haven't got too far, it definitely has been a bit of a creepy ride. Where's the exit, by the way? Where the heck did I come in? Gate-wise. Was it over here somewhere? I don't even remember. And yeah, the controller has been vibrating for... Wait, what did he say? I think I'll look around this apartment some more. Something's not right. Oh, wait, I can't leave? Oh, okay, maybe I don't need a flashlight. Definitely my controller's not stopped vibrating for like 20 minutes. It is getting rather tedious. I kind of wish I could turn it off. Actually, maybe I can. Options. Oh, there we go. I will leave the vibration off just because, like, I don't need it at the moment, and it's probably just wasting the battery of my controller here. My wireless PS2 controller, guys. I'm all pimped out. Okay, so there's got to be something we can do in here. What am I missing? Oh, there's a secret door over there. I actually had to pause this and go look up real quickly if there was something I was missing in here. And it turns out I was. So it turns out that I think if you play the remaster version of this game, the lighting is not quite as brutal, because as you can see, like, it's really hard to see where you're going in this version, in this original PS2 version. So I think they realized they went a little too far with the lighting issues. Oh my god, like, I can't even see if I'm going anywhere meaningful here. I think I'm running towards something. It's locked. You know what? We're lost in darkness, guys. Eventually, in this apartment building, you find a flashlight, but it's, my god, very difficult. Like, I don't even know where I came in, by the way. Once you get a flashlight, I think this part becomes way more playable, but at the moment, I feel like I'm just fumbling around in the dark. So, I don't know. We had some fun with Silent Hill 2 here, but I definitely am sort of hitting a wall. And maybe that means it's a good time to wrap up. I mean, you know what? If Gaming Jay here ever did go investigating a town where his wife was presumably murdered or there's a ghost of her haunting, you would find him curled up in the darkness in a ball in an abandoned apartment complex, having made very little progress to actually solve the crime. I mean, that sounds about par for me. So, Silent Hill 2 here, one of the games in the book, 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. I definitely think that this is a creepy, creepy game. I definitely would recommend this game, although I would recommend playing one of the PS3 or Xbox 360 remasterings of it because, again, having just looked it up really briefly to see if there's something I was missing, the video that I saw, the lighting looked way more reasonable, and this just feels like I literally don't even know where to go to get out of where I am. I'm trapped in a dark room, guys. I'm trapped! The darkness got me. Literally. So I think my guy's just gonna die here. So I would definitely recommend playing one of the remasterings because I think they sort of make it a little more doable. Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh god. Oh, what is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Is that one of those things we've been fighting? Wow. Okay, just one more scare for the road then, I guess. Oh god, that is creepy. That is creepy. I don't know how we found that. Oh, and right back to darkness. What does that say? It looks like the lock is broken. I can't open it. Okay, so don't try then? I don't know what you want out of me, buddy. Like, if you can't open it, then don't open it. We don't have an issue here. Okay, well, that was one more scare for the road, guys. You know, if you're not into sort of psychological horror or sort of atmosphere games, you may not actually find this game super interesting. Like, if you're really into sort of more action-paced games, definitely Silent Hill is probably not shouldn't be your first pick, because it's definitely more about puzzles and riddles, exploring, and very creepy atmosphere. But hell, I like it. And yeah, as I already said earlier in this video, I love the music in this game too. We don't have any music at the moment, but typically this game has really creepy atmospheric music. To the point where, like, one year I actually got a bunch of the tracks from Silent Hill games to make like a creepy Halloween CD to like play when like the neighborhood kids were coming over to get candy. And I ended up not even using the CD because I found it actually too creepy. Like, it was too scary. I was like, my god, people are gonna think like a psycho murderer lives in my house. So I can't even play this CD. So I never ended up using it. But yeah, that just goes to prove how creepy this game actually is. So those are my opinions, guys. What do you guys think of the Silent Hill series, specifically Silent Hill 2, because we will be playing some other Silent Hills on my 1001 Games journey at different points in the future, but today we're just checking out Silent Hill 2. Is it a game you played? Is it a game that you enjoyed? How the hell do you get past the apartments? Leave a comment down below and let me know, because clearly I hit a wall here and had a lot of trouble finding. There is a flashlight in this game, guys. I know it. I know it in my bones. I just couldn't find the damn thing. But that's okay, because we got to go anyway. So until next time, my friends, don't go exploring any abandoned towns looking for long-dead relatives without bringing along a flashlight. Or a cell phone, at least. You could always double that as a flashlight. Just turn the screen on, and that's pretty handy, too, in a pinch. And otherwise, you guys take care of yourselves. And peace. You know, if you're ever trapped in a maze, you can just walk against one wall, and eventually you'll get out. So my strategy is this. I'm literally just going to hump a wall, walk through a dark hallway here, and eventually I should find something. I'm just hitting that door open button. Oh, I found a door. There's definitely a monster in here with me. Oh god. The camera angles. I can't see a thing. Oh god. There's something in here with me. Oh god, I see like a shadow. It's too dark. What is that? I'm just swinging wildly in the dark. Oh my god. Now I'm trapped in this room. Great.